Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yay. I'm live on my YouTube. Hell yeah. That's better. All done with that.
Feel free to message.
Okay, so. Hello. Hi, YouTube people. You guys, it's been forever since I've been live on my YouTube. So, here I am. I'm getting my other stuff hooked up. Live. How to come gymtimidation. Start live. Okay. Wholesome. I'm so excited about this. Useful features. Nah, not a fan. My favorite band just put out a new song live. So heck yeah. Okay. Title. How to. Hello, Facebook people. Come gym. Smiley face. And I got my Instagram. Okay, cool. So, oh my gosh, you guys. I have my YouTube live. Yay. Got that figured out. My Facebook and my Instagram. So I have 3 platforms now. Hooray. Super excited about that. Okay, so I'm going to wait like 10 more seconds to see if anyone hops on. And then I'm going to go right into the topic, which you can see by the title, which is How to Overcome Gymtimidation. Yeah, gymtimidation. So, yeah, the lighting is not amazing because I'm trying to shine it on all 3 of you guys, but we're going to go with it. Just listen to my words more than anything. Okay, so basically, let's get into it. And at the very end, if you guys have any thoughts or questions, feel free to drop them in the comments down below and we can chat, or I can answer anything that you may be thinking about. So, all right, let's get into this. Okay, so how to overcome gymtimidation. So first, I just want to say a couple things about this topic because I feel like it's something, it's kind of like this made up word, but at the same time, it's 100% a thing. And if you didn't put 2 and 2 together, basically it just means that you are intimidated to go to the gym, which I find as a personal trainer, a lot of people oftentimes are. No. Come back. Instagram, are you still there? Okay, I think it's back on. But yeah, so I just want to say a couple things about that. So number 1, you're not alone. I feel like every single person that has started off in the gym, started going to the gym, felt the sense of fear or felt mildly intimidated to be going to the gym because it's overwhelming. Like if you don't have any background in it, there is just like so many machines, there's so many dumbbells, there's squat racks, there's just all these different compartments in the gym to do different things, and it can just be a lot to take in. So just know that that's okay to feel a little bit overwhelmed and to just kind of feel like it may not be the first thing you want to do every day if you've never really gone, because it's a lot to learn. But on the flip side of that, just know that you can learn it. And once you've got a few things down, it's really just another building that you go to, and it's just full of regular people, just like anywhere else. And so at the end of the day, there really isn't anything to be intimidated of. But I just want to also affirm the people that feel like there is, because we've all been there where maybe you're feeling scared to do anything in life, or you're intimidated of something or someone, and someone's just like, get over it. Like, just don't be scared of it. And you're just like, yeah, I know. Like, that's not helpful at all. Like, you can't help how you feel sometimes. So I just want to justify how you're feeling in the moment with things like that. But on the flip side of that, like I said, especially as a personal trainer, I work with a lot of women, and I think almost every single one of them, when I first started lifting with them, that was their fear. Like they didn't want to go down to the weight floor, or they just wanted to be in some corner, or they didn't want any guy to look at them or any girl to look at them, or just anything, because it was a lot to take in. And every single one of those woman clients, once they had done it a few times and kind of got the hang of it, it wasn't scary for them anymore. Like, it just was no big deal. Sorry, Instagram. I don't know what's happening. It keeps pausing. You guys still there? Okay, I think you're back. But yeah, so you just have to do it. Sometimes you just have to face your fears head on, and it gets easier over time. I promise. I used to be that girl. Like, I think it was 12 years ago now when I first started going to the gym, because I just thought it would be a fun hobby. I've always been into fitness and exercise. But yeah, like, not only was there just so many things there to do, but like the people, like I was just like not sure what to think of different buildings, and sometimes it can just be a lot to take in with different people that have been super experienced. Or like the first time I ever went, this guy was like a huge jerk to me, and I just was like, okay, that didn't help. But now I think back on that, and I'm just like, really? Like, if a guy was a jerk to me now, I would just be like, okay, cool. Like, it just wouldn't bother me at all. I'd just move on with life. But if you've had experiences like that, I know how that can kind of like keep you from pressing forward with it. But getting into just tactical things of how to actually overcome it then, and just face it. Sometimes you just have to lean into your fears and move past it and just become kind of a master at it. So these are some tips, so to say, that I would give to someone wanting to get into the gym, but just doesn't really know where to start and kind of needs that push to just go with it. So number one, I wrote to research and ask. So a lot of times when you're first getting started with anything, again, it's just like if you were first starting to learn how to cut someone's hair, first starting to learn how to fix a car, first starting to learn how to, I don't know, like engineer building or something like that. It's just like there's just so much information. And sometimes you just have to like take a breath and start researching and read one little thing at a time, learn one little thing at a time, and just kind of like slowly progress with it over time. So, I mean, the internet is your best friend in that case of just typing in how to do a squat. And I know this can be a little messy sometimes, because definitely not everything you read on the internet is true, but usually if you go to credible sources and find really good sites and actual professionals on the internet, which there are plenty of those people, you can get a gist of how to do things. And it just makes you feel more confident going into the gym, because you're just like, okay, I've done some of this research. I kind of know the basics. I can probably figure some of this out. So I just highly, highly recommend taking the time to research some things. And then also with that, while you're there, like just ask people. Like there's people working at the desk. There's a lot of times, at least at the different gyms I've worked at, people on the floor, like what they call FEs, just kind of monitoring things and different things like that. And just go ask them if you're like, how does this machine work? Like even now, like 12 years into it, like there's just so many different things. Sometimes I'm like, I have no idea how to use this. And I'm not like, oh my gosh, I'm so stupid, because I just like, how the freak would I know how to use that if I've never used it? So I'll just go ask someone. Like, it's not a big deal. And just know that you can go ask someone. And a lot of times people are really helpful and want to help you. Even people at the gym, like people are asking for spotters all the time. Yeah, I guess that's probably the biggest one. But people there generally want to help other people. So know that you can do that too. And that'll just make you feel more comfortable, make you feel less alone, and just more confident with actually getting yourself to the gym. The second thing I wrote is to get a workout buddy. So I feel like, again, this could be applied to anything in life that you're maybe feeling a little apprehensive about. It's just going with a friend. Like, just pick a workout buddy. Like, go with your brother or your sister, or go with your best friend, your coworker, or go talk to someone, make a friend at the gym. Like, there's so many people at the gym. Just like go pick your favorite person, the person you just like get the best vibes for, and go friend them. Be like, hey, like, do you want to work out tomorrow at this time? Like, just, you could do so many different things to just not feel like you have to do it alone if that's kind of like an issue for you and you're one of those people that has a hard time doing things on your own. Working out with a workout buddy can be really helpful in that case, because then you'll just like feel more comfortable. If you make mistakes, sometimes if someone's there with you, you feel less awkward about it. There's just so many like human dynamics to it that have a really positive impact on your experience if you're with someone else. So that is the second thing. Okay, so these next two things are kind of like more surfacey, superficial things, but like whatever. I know that they help people, and if this helps you, then do it because there is like psychology behind it. So the third thing is to find a cute outfit. So I don't know about you, but I love workout gear. I think there's so many cute leggings and sports bras and crop tops and just different things like that. And that's basically all I really wear, to be honest, actually, because I work at a gym and I'm like working out or doing other things on the side, like this, like online training stuff. And so I feel my best when I feel like I look my best. And so even if it's at the gym, I feel like when I have talked to girls and they have, I guess guys too, but I mostly work with girls. But when I talk to girls and they just feel like they have a cute outfit or they're excited to buy some new workout gear, a lot of them use that as a reward for hitting a certain goal. They just feel better going to the gym. They feel better about themselves. Maybe they feel a little less self-conscious, all these different things. So I definitely recommend that. If it's just like a small little thing like that, that's just going to make you feel better, who freaking cares? Like, just go buy yourself some cute outfits and then go to the gym and feel your best. So there's that one. The second one is good music. So music is super powerful, super powerful. It can get you in all different kinds of moods. And depending on what you're listening to, like for the good, sometimes it can be really distracting from your specific circumstance and what you're doing. And so for instance, if you're feeling particularly anxious about being at the gym and you're listening to some good music that just kind of calms you down, or like just like super like ragey pump up music, whatever you like to listen to, that just kind of gets your mind off of what you're doing, go do that. Like, just put on your favorite tunes. I have so many Spotify playlists. So if you need a Spotify playlist, hit me up. Got some. And yeah, just kind of get in the zone. Like, it's your workout. You're at the gym for your benefit to improve yourself. Who fucking cares what anyone else thinks? Like, you just got to like do your own thing. And if music makes you feel better and gets your mind off of being nervous to be there or intimidated to be there, do that. So that's that one. Okay, and then I have two more. So next one is just kind of a way to ease in, and I almost don't want to tell this one because I don't want people to live in this mindset of like feeling like they kind of have to like cower and like do things that are like opposite of people's schedule. But sometimes you just have to really ease yourself in that and into like a new activity like going to the gym. And I understand that. So sometimes you just got to do what you got to do to make yourself feel the most comfortable. So the next one is maybe when you're first starting to go, like especially working at a gym for years now, there are definitely busier times and like dead times where there's just no one or way less people. And if it's just really overwhelming to you, just start like kind of figure out the schedule. Usually afternoons are pretty slow, and like mid morning or late night are pretty slow, kind of the patterns I've seen through my gym history. And so maybe just pick one of those times to go and just get yourself more comfortable. Maybe just kind of walk around by yourself and just kind of do your own thing until you're feeling better. And let's say you're like a 6 p.m. right after work workout person or like a 7 a.m. get up in the morning, get it over with kind of person, then go at a time when you genuinely want. But sometimes you just have to make those modifications until you feel better, and it just ends up helping you in the long run. So there's that option. And then last thing I wrote is to hire a personal trainer, aka me, or I mean anyone, depending on where you're at. But like, I'm the best, so But just like anyone, like hiring a personal trainer is just so helpful to not only have someone that has had that experience, that knows what they're doing, but also can be encouraging to you, teach you things, show you things, make sure you're there on time. Honestly, I feel like I'm even like the emotional like social support. Like if I see someone like mean to one of my clients or like kind of making passive aggressive like not movements, but just like comments or things like that, like I stick up for my clients. Like I will say the thing if they don't have the courage to say it for themselves, until they have the courage to say it for themselves. And then I empower them. I feel like I do, to do that for themselves. But sometimes you just need that like emotional support too, to just be like, you can do this. Like, it doesn't matter what that guy over there is thinking. It doesn't matter what that girl over there, like, it literally does not matter, which kind of leads me to like my last main frame of all of this. It's just a reminder to you. So again, I feel like I talk so much about this specifically as far as the feelings of being overwhelming, anxious, nervous, intimidated, all these things, because I have seen this firsthand with like every single client I've ever worked with. And I think people like to kind of like brush it under the rug, or they're like embarrassed by it, or they're ashamed that they don't want to admit that they have these feelings because they feel like it makes them weak, or they just don't want people to know that, which like cool, like if you're not comfortable saying stuff like that, but at the same time, like there's nothing wrong with feeling stuff like that. And if that's how you really feel, like you just got to express it and then lean into it and move forward with it. And then on the flip side of that, just keeping in mind, like this was one of my posts I wrote, like the headline is, you wouldn't care so much about what people thought of you if you knew how seldom they did. And I'm not saying that to sound like rude or like no one cares about you. Like, that's not what I'm saying. But at the same time, if you think about it, just like think back to your last conversation with like a random stranger. Like that person was probably more worried about like what they were saying, how they were presenting themselves, like what they looked like, just different things like that, than more than likely anything that you said. And it's just kind of the sad reality. Like a lot of people think about themselves and a lot about themselves. And I feel like it takes a more secure, like confident person to be like self-aware, but then like aware of the surroundings. But like that's not a lot of people, unfortunately. And the people that you are more than likely to interact with at the gym, a large portion of them are just thinking about themselves. They're thinking about, I guess not always in a bad way, but just like what they're going to do next, like what exercise they're going to do, how many reps they want, what weight they want, what they're going to eat after the gym session, just all these things. It's like people are just kind of really in their own heads a lot of times. And I say that to hopefully give you comfort that like, even if you're there, and because I've had clients tell me this before where they've gone to the gym for the first time on their own, for instance, and they're like, yeah, I'd be like, how did it go? And they'd be like, it went really good, except for I like did this like stupid mistake or whatever they'll say. And this person, I felt so dumb because there are like these two people down here at this time or whatever. And they get really like anxious about that. Like they just feel really embarrassed by it. And I can almost guarantee that every single time those two people were not paying attention and they don't remember. And even if they did see it or whatever, they probably just kind of laughed to themselves for like 2 seconds and then moved on with their life. So just know that you're special, but you're not that special sometimes when it comes to stuff like this. And use that as fuel to be like, I'm not going to let what a potential person at the gym or any person in life ever affect what I want to do with my life. Like, it doesn't freaking matter what that person thinks. Like, people will love you today, hate you tomorrow. You can't please everyone. You can't get everyone to like you. You can't be this like perfect person to everyone. So if you want to do something, in this case, if you want to go to the gym and you're someone listening and you have been contemplating going to the gym for months now, for years now, and you've just always always held yourself back because you were afraid of the people and just like what they think. Throw that mindset out the window. Like tonight, you're not doing that to yourself anymore. Like you want to do it, you go do it, and you own that. You got to take messy action sometimes, and it may not always look pretty, but it's not for those people. It's for yourself. And so that's all I have to say about the gym intimidation. Go to the gym, do your best, learn, research, go with a buddy, get cute outfits, get good music, hire a personal trainer, just do what you got to do and get the job done. So I am going to wait like 30 more seconds to see if you guys have any comments or questions for the people that are on here. Thanks for listening. This got to be kind of a long one. I hope you feel empowered and like, hell yeah, I'm going to go to the gym after this. Because that's what I want you to feel like. All right. Okay, so doesn't look like there's any questions. I'll wave at some of you guys. Cooper, what's up, dude? Cooper, Jake, Jordan, Lackey, what's up? Hello. Okay, well, I'm gonna go. But until next time, I hope you guys all have a really good night. And I will probably see you tomorrow